Hi, now that we had a look at what is predictive modeling, it is time to have a look at the different types of predictive models. There are broadly two types of problems that we encounter in the predictive modeling domain. Look at these two problems. So, how are these two problems different? The problem on the left is of a house prediction task, where we have past data of house features like house size, number of rooms, locality, price at which the house was sold, etc. So in a way, we have the data of the target we are trying to predict. Whereas in the right hand problem of Google News clustering, the past data is irrelevant. In this task, the objective is to club similar news together, and there is no way to have a similarity measure beforehand. While the left problem is an example of supervised learning problem, the problem on the right is an unsupervised one, where we do not have a target variable. Now that you know what is supervised and unsupervised modeling, let us look at the different types of supervised learning. Again, I have two examples for you. The one on the left is house price prediction task, where the target variable is the house price. Whereas on the right is a cancer prediction task, where we need to predict whether a person has cancer or not. So is there a difference between the two? Let us have a look at the sample dataset of both these problems to understand better. The house prediction problem has a target variable house price that is continuous in nature, which means if you plot this variable, you're going to get a graph somewhat like this. While the problem on the right is of a cancer prediction task, where the target variable has discrete values. So it has just two types of values, that is 0 and 1, and no other value. So the problem on the left is called a regression problem, where the target variable is continuous in nature, and the problem on the right is called a classification problem because the target variable is discrete in nature. Now, let us have a brief discussion about unsupervised methods too. There are two examples of where unsupervised learning is used. The first example is of document clustering, where similar documents are kept together, while the second example is of market segmentation, where you need to segment your customers into groups. So for example, you can segment your customers into these four groups, namely A, B, C, D. So what these groups may represent is, these are people who earn high and spend less, where segment B is of people who earn low and spend less, whereas segment C is of people who earn high and spend high too, whereas the segment D people are who earn low and spend high. So these groups contains people who are similar in terms of location, spending quality, purchasing habits, etc. Both of these require use of clustering, an unsupervised task. So this was all about different types of predictive models. In the next video, we will have a look at the different stages of predictive modeling. Thank you.